Hello and welcome back to Sports Talk with Chris. I am Chris Linney, and today we are going to be looking at some of the offseason acquisitions that the San Jose Sharks have made throughout this past offseason. Now, if you don't know me, you may not know that I am a diehard San Jose Sharks fan, but I am. I've been going to games and watching the games ever since I was very young, ever since the team was one of the dynasties of the NHL with Patrick Marleau and Joe Thornton and all those guys. I'm excited to break these guys down for you guys. And without further ado, let's get started. So the first player that I want to talk about that the Sharks signed in the offseason is John Klingberg. John Klingberg is a defenseman. He is from Sweden, and he is 32 years old. He's from Gothenburg, Sweden. He is 6'2" tall, weighs in at 185 pounds. Last season, he spent the year with the Edmonton Oilers, did not play that much in the regular season, but he did end up playing a lot during the playoffs, played in 19 of the Oilers' playoff games last season. He spent a majority of his career with the Dallas Stars, even got some Norris Trophy nominations after the 15-16 season for Best Defenseman in the NHL. Also, 16-17, he had another great year. 17-18, he was close to a 70-point player. But the last three seasons, he was on the Ducks for a little while in 22-23. Then he got traded to the Minnesota Wild, and then he signed with the Maple Leafs before the 23-24 season, and then he ended up getting hurt. So then he signed with the Oilers last year, ended up getting hurt as well, only played 11 games in the regular season. Did, however, play 19 games during the playoffs last year. I think Klingberg is a solid pickup for the Sharks. He was on a one-year deal this year. He's probably going to get traded at the deadline because it depends on how the team performs, but I think he is going to get traded once the deadline happens. But I'm glad that the Sharks are prioritizing in signing all these veteran players to help the young guys out, which is definitely what they should be prioritizing. I mean, the team is still not going to be good this season, but I really like the direction that they're going and what they've been doing these past couple of off seasons, adding some more veteran presence to the team. The next player I want to talk about is Nick Leddy. Nick Leddy was actually claimed off waivers by the San Jose Sharks this year. And by the way, jersey numbers. John Klingberg will be wearing number 3 in teal this season. Nick Leddy was claimed off of waivers by the San Jose Sharks this past offseason. He is 34 years old. He's from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. He is 6 feet tall. He weighs 191 pounds. He is a defenseman, yet another defenseman for the Sharks. He's a left-hand shot as well. And he was the 16th overall pick in the 2009 NHL entry draft. He went to the University of Alaska at Anchorage for his NCAA career, and his first NHL season was a 2010-2011 season with the Chicago Blackhawks. As Nick Leddy, throughout his career, a 37-point season in his rookie year, which is not too shabby, played all 82 games. He has been fairly healthy throughout most of his career. His best season was in 2016-2017, scoring 11 goals and 46 points for the New York Islanders. And then in 21-22, he signed a deal with the Detroit Red Wings, and then he got traded to the St. Louis Blues, where he spent the last few seasons in St. Louis. And then he was claimed off waivers by the Sharks this year. I think he's going to be a pretty solid player. He's played over 1,000 games in the NHL. He is definitely, I would say, back when he was with the Islanders, I'd say he was one of the best defensemen and one of the better defensemen in the league, especially defensively, because he doesn't really score a lot of goals. He definitely is a really good playmaker, and he's really good on the blue line. and he's a good power play defenseman as well. Next up, I wanted to talk about Sam Dickinson. And by the way, Nick Leddy is going to be wearing number 4 for the San Jose Sharks next year. Sam Dickinson, 19 years old, 6'3", 194 pounds. He is from Toronto. He played for the London Knights of the Ontario Hockey League last year, and he was selected 11th overall by the San Jose Sharks in the 2024 NHL entry draft. He played high school hockey at St. Michael's College School in Toronto. He was selected 4th overall in the 2022 OHL draft by the Niagara Ice Dogs, but his rights were traded to the London Knights, in which last season he was the best defenseman in the Ontario Hockey League. He actually played some preseason games for the Sharks last season, but they decided he wasn't quite ready for the show yet, so he went back to London, where in 55 games last season, he scored 29 goals and had 62 assists, which is perfect for a defenseman that the Sharks have been needed for quite some time. In his OHL career, he played in 185 games and he had 184 points. Definitely a good offensive and defensive defenseman, and he is going to be wearing number 6 for the San Jose Sharks this season. Next up, Dmitry Orlov. The Sharks signed Dmitry Orlov to a 2-year, $13 million contract during the offseason this year, which I believe was a bit of an overpay, not going to lie, but he's had a really solid career in the NHL. He is 34 years old. He is 6 feet tall. He weighs around 205 pounds. He is a really solid defenseman. He was in the KHL for quite a few years, and he was selected in the 2nd round of the 2009 NHL entry draft. And he started his NHL career in 2011, where he played for the Washington Capitals. He was on the Washington Capitals up until the 22-23 season, where he then got traded to the Boston Bruins just before the trade deadline. And then in the offseason, he signed with the Carolina Hurricanes, where he spent the last 2 seasons. Last year, in 76 games, he had 28 points, which is not too shabby. 327 points in 867 career NHL games. And his best season in the NHL was 21-22 with the Washington Capitals. He had 12 goals and 35 points in 76 games in that season. Orlov is going to wear number 9 for the Sharks, another defenseman that was signed by the team. Next up, I want to talk about Ty Dellandrea. Ty Dellandrea was actually on the Sharks last season, but he ended up changing his number this season. He is going to be wearing number 10 instead of 53, so keep an eye out on that. Dellandrea, 25 years old, was born in July of 2000. He's from Port Perry, Ontario, Canada. He is 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighs around 195 pounds, and he was selected 13th overall by the Dallas Stars in the 2018 NHL draft. He's going into his 2nd season with the Sharks. His best season in the NHL was 22-23 with the Dallas Stars. He scored 9 goals and 28 points in that season. He was a pretty key piece to the Sharks' 4th line last year. He only scored 1 goal last year. He had 8 points, but he recorded 59 penalty minutes, so he was quite undisciplined as well. He took a lot of penalties, had, I believe, 4 or 5 fighting majors as well last season, which I believe was 2nd on the team, besides Barclay Goodrow. But yeah, I think he definitely had a bit of a down year last year, but I think he's going to make some strides this year, and hopefully he can become a better player this season. Next up, Alex Nedeljkovic, who we actually acquired in a trade with the Pittsburgh Penguins. He is 29 years old. He's from Parma, Ohio. He is American. He is 6 feet tall, weighs 190 pounds. He has had quite the career in the NHL. He's played for quite a few teams. His NHL career started in 2016-17, where he played for the Carolina Hurricanes. He only played in one game that season, only played in 30 minutes, and he has been a very solid goaltender, although last season with Pittsburgh, he had a .312 goals against average and an .894 save percentage. He's probably going to be a guy that's going to be gone at the deadline. And then he did not do very well with Detroit, but his best season came in the 56-game season, 2020 to 2021, with the Carolina Hurricanes. He had a 190 goals against average, a .932 save percentage, which is definitely something that the Sharks really need, even though they're going to have Yaroslav Askarov as their starting goaltender this year. I really think that Nedeljkovic is a solid backup goaltender. I don't necessarily think he's starting material anymore, especially last season where he really didn't do well for Pittsburgh, but I definitely think that he is a solid backup option for the Sharks this season. And he's going to be wearing number 33 for the team. Jeff Skinner is going to be our next addition we're going to talk about. He's taking Ty Dellandrea's number from last year, the number he's worn throughout his entire career, number 53. He is 33 years old. He's from Markham, Ontario, Canada. He is 5'11". He weighs around 200 pounds. He is a left winger. Great to have that veteran presence on that Sharks roster this year. His career started in the 2010-2011 season, where he played for the Carolina Hurricanes. He was drafted 7th overall in the 2010 NHL draft. He went straight to the NHL, hasn't played a single game in the minors throughout his entire career. Had a really amazing rookie season, scoring 31 goals in 63 games. And scoring 31 goals, having 63 points in 82 games. And then the season after that, he went down with an injury. But he has been very consistent throughout his entire career. He was a 40-goal scorer in the 18-19 season for the Buffalo Sabres. Spent quite a lot of time with the Sabres. His best season was actually 22-23. 35 goals and 82 points for the Buffalo Sabres. Last year, he played for the Edmonton Oilers. In 72 games, he had 29 points. He's played in over 1,000 games. So he's going to definitely bring that veteran presence into the Sharks locker room and hopefully score a bunch of goals for the team and collect a bunch of points. He's only on a one-year deal worth, I believe, $3 million. So probably could get flipped at the deadline, or he could stay for the rest of the season. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. The next new addition for the Sharks, he was acquired in a trade with the team, I believe, from the Toronto Maple Leafs. That is Ryan Reaves. Ryan Reaves has been a pest throughout his entire NHL career. He is 38 years old, from Winnipeg, Manitoba. He's 6'2". He weighs 225 pounds. He is an excellent fourth-line player. Has been throughout most of his career, especially with the Vegas Golden Knights from 2017 to 2021. And then he spent a couple of years with the New York Rangers. He spent some time with the Minnesota Wild, and he's also spent some time with the Toronto Maple Leafs, especially the last 2 years. Last year, he only had 2 assists in 35 games, so his play has definitely declined over the past few years. He's also getting old. He's 38 years old. He's never really been that kind of a goal scorer. He's definitely been more of a pest. I mean, if you look at his stats, 126 penalty minutes in 13-14, the most in his career with the St. Louis Blues. Then again, that season he also led the NHL, I believe, with 21 fighting majors. So that is something that the Sharks are going to need this year. Someone that's going to stick up for their own players. And I think Ryan Reaves is definitely the guy that is going to do that this season. He's going to be wearing the number he's worn his entire career, number 75. He was drafted in the 5th round of the 2005 NHL draft by the St. Louis Blues. So, yeah, Ryan Reaves is definitely going to bring that energy to San Jose. Next up, Michael Misa. Michael Misa, the second overall pick from this past year's NHL Draft 2025. This is the Sharks draft pick this season, and I couldn't be happier. He has been absolutely unbelievable. Played the last 3 years in the OHL for the Saginaw Spirit. 22-23, 22 goals and 56 points in 45 games. 23-24, 29 goals and 75 points throughout 67 games. In 2024-25, 62 goals, 134 points in 65 games. That is unbelievable numbers for Michael Misa. He was born in February of 2007. He is 18 years old. He's 6'1". He weighs 185 pounds. He is a left-hand shot, and he's from Oakville, Ontario, Canada. He is going to be an absolute beast in the NHL. I'm super excited to watch him play. Hopefully this season. He hasn't signed his ELC yet, but we will have to wait and see what happens with him. His older brother Luke was drafted in the 2024 NHL draft in the 5th round by the Calgary Flames. So yeah, I am definitely very excited to watch him play in the NHL next season. Next up, Adam Gaudette. Sharks signed him to a 2-year, $4 million contract this past offseason. Adam Gaudette is 28 years old. He's from Braintree, Massachusetts. He is 6'1" tall. He is 185 pounds. He's going to be wearing number 81 for the Sharks. He was drafted in the 5th round of the 2015 NHL draft by the Vancouver Canucks, and he has been in the NHL since 2018, where he started his career with the Vancouver Canucks. He then shifted away and played for the Chicago Blackhawks and the Ottawa Senators, and then he spent a couple of years in the AHL, and then he played a couple of games in 23-24 for the St. Louis Blues. And then he had a little bit of a redemption arc last year with the Ottawa Senators, where in 81 games in the regular season, he scored 19 goals and had 7 assists and 26 points. And in the playoffs last year, he played in 6 games. All 6 games that the Senators played in, they lost in the first round to the Maple Leafs. He had a goal and 2 assists and 3 points. And in his NHL career, he has 96 points in just over 300 games played. So, not really adding that type of veteran leadership, but definitely his last year with Ottawa was a step in the right direction for Gaudette. He's going to be a very good 4th-line center for this Sharks team throughout the next couple of years, and hopefully he's going to show a lot of flashes. Now, the last player I wanted to talk about today is Philipp Kurashev. Philipp Kurashev, 25 years old, from Davos, Switzerland. He is 6 feet tall. He weighs 192 pounds. He spent last season with the Chicago Blackhawks, was drafted in the 4th round by the Chicago Blackhawks in the 2018 NHL entry draft. He has been playing in the NHL since 2019. Actually, that's where he was in the AHL with the Rockford Ice Hogs, and then he went to the Chicago Blackhawks for the 2020-21 season, and he's been a Blackhawk ever since. 23-24, he had 54 points in 75 games. Last season, he got hit by the injury bug a little bit, had 7 goals and 14 points in 51 games. And in his NHL career so far, he has scored 130 points in 317 games. I think this is a great addition for the Sharks. He's been on a really, really bad Blackhawks team throughout the past few years. So hopefully he's going to go from a really bad team to another really bad team in the Sharks. So he's definitely, I think he's going to be really solid for the Sharks next season. So overall, I'm really happy with this offseason for the Sharks. I really think that this team is heading in the right direction. I still think they're going to be really bad. They're going to be one of the worst teams in the league once again this season. But hey, Macklin Celebrini, Will Smith, Michael Misa, William Eklund. They have a core four now, and they have a direction where they want to go on defense. So that is awesome to see from the Sharks. I still, once again, they're not going to be good. In fact, they're going to be terrible. But I'm really excited for next season. October 9th is when the season begins. The Vegas Golden Knights come to San Jose. Unfortunately, I will not be at that game, so there will not be any shorts posted. If I were to be in town, I would definitely make the trip for that game, and do some shorts for you guys. But I've got some shorts coming at you guys this weekend. I will be at the San Francisco Giants game on August 8th and August 9th. I will be at both games against the Washington Nationals in San Francisco. I am extremely excited for this weekend. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'm going with one of my good friends, and my brother's also coming back in town, and he's going to come with us as well. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm also really looking forward to the future of this YouTube channel. I think we're developing a little bit of a following here. We're getting noticed, and it is awesome to see. So until my next video or my next adventure, I am Chris Linney saying thank you for watching. Keep watching and talking about sports. I will see you guys this weekend.